Hello, good afternoon to all. Myself, Vijay Kumar Mamadapur sir. I am a lecturer of physics and director of the Aryabhatta Career Academy, Vijaypur. Okay. Today we will discuss about the two questions regarding the physics section. Okay. The first question on the board: which of the following statement is or are correct about longitudinal mechanical waves? The first option is the longitudinal mechanical waves which lie in the frequency range of 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. Those waves are called as audible or sound waves. The B option is the longitudinal mechanical waves having a frequency less than the 20 Hz are called as infrasonic waves. The third option, the longitudinal mechanical waves having a frequencies greater than 20,000 Hz are called as ultrasonic waves. Then D option, all of the above are correct. So what is the right answer is, the D is the right answer, because the given all the options are right answer, right way. So that's why the D is the right answer. So why it is the D is the right answer? The check one by one. Okay. See here, audible or sound waves, audible or sonic waves also called as audible or sound waves. See, the audible sound can hear the human also, because the range lies 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. So in given four options or the given question, the question arises in our mind: what do you mean by frequency? Yes or no? Okay, let me start. The frequency is reciprocal of the time period. The reciprocal of the time period is nothing but frequency, or in another word, these are the cycles. See here, these are the cycles. How many cycles are formed? In only 1 second? That is called as frequency. Okay. See in the figure, how many cycles are formed? The 1 cycle, second and third and fourth. The 4 cycles are formed in only 1 second. That's why the frequency is 4 Hz, or the frequency is 4 cycles per second. If it is the cycles are formed 40 cycles are formed in only 1 second, so that is called 40 Hz or 40 cycles per second. So why we are using the cycles per second or Hertz? Hertz, he was the scientist, Heinrich Rudolf Hertz by the name came into exist of the frequency. Cycles per second, why we are using the cycles per second as the unit of frequency? Because the formula is like that: F equal to 1 by T. T is the time is measured in second. So 1 indicates it is a cycle. So how many cycles? 4 cycles. That's why 4 cycles per second. See here, how many cycles? If it is formed 40 cycles per second or 40 Hz. Are you getting my point? Okay. And you know about the well known about the frequency. And the second question arises in your mind: so what do you mean by longitudinal and mechanical waves? Yes or no? See here, I can write short: longitudinal waves LW, transverse waves I can write short in TW. TW is transverse waves, LW is longitudinal waves. Okay, what do you mean by longitudinal and transverse waves? I can give the example. See, the waves are moving like this, or the waves are traveling in this direction. Which direction? I mentioned the direction east to west. Here also east to west, the propagation of the waves. Okay, these waves are moving in the air medium. I consider the medium air. So air is the mixture of all the gases. Yes or no? Air is the mixture of all the gases. Okay, you know already. And I can show that the molecules in the air medium, like dotted symbols. See here. So I am giving the dotted symbols. These are the molecules in the air. Okay. See here. The traveling path of the waves are in the east to west. But in the same way, molecules also vibrate in the same direction of the propagation of the wave. See here, The molecules also vibrate in the same direction of the propagation of the wave. What is the propagation of the wave? East to west, and molecules also vibrating in the east to west. Those waves are called as longitudinal waves. The particle in the medium vibrate along the direction of the wave propagation. Those waves are called as the longitudinal waves. So what are the example of the longitudinal waves? Sound waves are longitudinal waves, seismic waves are the longitudinal waves, water waves are the longitudinal waves. Are you getting my point? So what do you mean by transverse waves? Transverse waves, see, the wave is also propagating in the direction of the east to west, but molecules in the air, they are vibrating. See here, they are vibrating perpendicular to the wave propagation. See here, so what is the angle formed between the vibration of the particle and traveling path of the wave? So 90 degree. So those waves are called as transverse waves. Okay, once again, the particle in the medium vibrate along that vibrate in the perpendicular to the wave propagation. Those waves are called as transverse waves. Okay, have you got my point? Okay, it comes to same question. See here. You know well known about the longitudinal waves and transverse waves. So what do you mean by mechanical waves? Yes, come here. Mechanical waves, I can write short MW. Non-mechanical waves, NMW. Okay, mechanical in the sense, see here, mechanical in the sense machine. You just imagine machine. So you take an example, fan. So fan works on the fan works, it depends on the electrical medium. So in the same way, those waves propagation time depends on the any material medium. Those waves are called as the mechanical waves. And what about the non-mechanical waves? Any waves propagate during the propagation, those waves are not depends on the any material medium. Those waves are called as the non-mechanical waves. Okay, and same question, see here. You will learn about the mechanical and non-mechanical. Okay, and what about infrasonic waves? Infrasonic waves, these are having the frequency less than the 20 Hz. Or which produce the 0 to 19 Hz. These waves cannot be heard the human. So those waves are called as infrasonic. This is also right answer. And see, the longitudinal mechanical waves having a frequency range of 20,000 Hz. See here, ultrasonic waves having a frequency 20,000 Hz, I can write shortly 20k Hz. Okay, up to, so how much? 5 into 10 to the 5 kilohertz, or it can write 5 into 10 to the power of 8 Hz also. So 5 into 10 to the power 8 means 50 crore. See, imagine that the starts from the ultrasonic waves having frequency 20,000 Hz to 50 crore Hz. These waves formed in only 1 second. See here. So what do you mean by frequency? Already you know about. In 1 second, the waves are formed 20,000 Hz to 50 crore Hz. Those waves are called as ultrasonic waves. Okay, so ultrasonic waves emitted by some animals like dolphins, and some animals are hearing like dogs and bats. Okay, like that. See here, so that's why the D answer is the right answer. Okay, that comes to second question. Okay, so what is the second question? See here. Okay, which of the following is the incorrect statement about the sound? Okay, incorrect. The first option is the speed of sound is independent of its pressure, and second option, when the sound enters from the one medium to the another medium, its speed and wavelength changes. C option is the speed of sound is the more in humid air. Then the fourth option is speed of sound is maximum in gases. Okay, these are the 4 options. So what he asked? Incorrect. So incorrect is D option is the incorrect. See here, D option is the incorrect. Okay, so incorrect. So why it is D option is the incorrect? See, these are the right answer. The speed of sound is independent of pressure. How? Yes, because the speed of sound It does not depends on the pressure. If it is pressure changes or vary, the speed of the sound does not vary. The speed of sound is constant. Okay. The B option is the speed of sound enters, when the sound enters one medium to another medium. You know the formula for V equal to F lambda. Okay, V is the speed of sound or velocity of sound, F is the frequency of the sound, lambda is the wavelength. Okay, so how we show the wavelength? See here, this is the wave. The distance between the distance between the two consecutive crest, the distance between two consecutive crest or the distance between two consecutive troughs, that is said to be a wavelength. Okay, see here. So frequency, when the sound enters from one medium to another medium, changes its velocity and wavelength. See, change, but frequency remains constant. It is not only pertaining to the sound waves, it is also pertaining to the light also. When the light travels from one medium to another medium, changes its velocity and wavelength, but frequency is the constant, the same sound also. Okay, then B is right. Okay, then C is the speed of sound is more in humid air. Yes, it is also right answer. Humid air means it is the humidity. Humidity, how to define the humidity? The air, the concentration of air molecules having the water, that is called as humidity. So humid air and dry air is there. The speed of sound is more in humid air than the dry air. So that's why the speed of sound is more in humid air. Right answer. But which is the wrong? The speed of sound is maximum in gases. Yes, this is the wrong. So the question is also incorrect. The D option is also incorrect. Okay, because of the speed of sound is more in solids, less in liquids, very less in gases. Remember one thing. So that's why D option is the right answer. Okay, thank you one and all. We will meet next session up to